It's time for the World Cup finals of 10-pin bowling, the most prestigious trophy in all of the sport. The title that every bowler dreams of winning. Jimmy McGee here with four-time Irish champion Paul McGee. The men's final a little later. First up, though, the ladies' final. Cara Honeychurch, Australia, has beaten two former World Cup winners, Beckel and Burden, to reach this final against Zulkifli from Malaysia, the 18-year-old who's been the absolute star of the week. So let's meet the finalists. Cara here has had 17 strikes en route to this World Cup final. Left-hander, as you can see. She has a high score of 290, playing a 15-pound ball. Her opponent is playing a 16-pound ball. She was the World Bowler of the Year 2 years ago. She's still only 18, and she was the Malaysian Athlete of the Year 2 years ago. Unlike Cara, who's had a couple of games to get in the groove, Sharlin has had to wait in the wings, so she's coming in virtually cold to the competition lanes.
We join the action with Cara about to bowl her fourth frame, and she has already begun her game with 3 strikes in a row. So she's on a perfect score, with Sharlin already trailing with only a strike, spare strike for her 4 shots.
Cara, a study in concentration. What a way to start a final. 4 in a row strikes to go with the 17 strikes she's had on the stepladder to get to the final. That is brilliant for him.
Yes, a really perfect shot from Cara there on her 4th frame. So 4 strikes in a row, solid in the pocket. She's on the perfect at present.
The perfect being a 300 game. It's rare. It is the bowling equivalent to a 147 in snooker, for instance. Crowd respond to it. That's a 5-bagger, 5 in a row.
5 in a row there for Cara, and she of course has never had a perfect game, her high game being a 290. Sharlin has a little bit of catching up to do now, about to bowl her 5th frame, and she really needs to get another strike here to give her a double to try and pull back some of the pinfall she's in arrears of Cara.
She doesn't look too happy. I think the start of the Australian has rather upset her. So she came in cold, and now she's been hit with 5 strikes.
Yes, a poor shot there from Sharlin, leaving what we term a washout, which is the 1, 2, 4 and the 10-pin. Tremendous spare there for Sharlin. It is a gettable spare, but it's a save, really, for Sharlin, leaving the washout and just going between the 1 and the 2-pin, and as you can see, clipping out the 10.
Bowling is one of Malaysia's most popular sports. Sharlin, strike.
She'll certainly take that strike, but not the perfect shot, just crossing over and going into the Brooklyn side, giving her a score of 99 in the 5th. Of course, she has a strike in the 6th. Now, Cara is still on that perfect game, 5 strikes in a row. Now, hopefully for number 6.
She kept her concentration marvelously well for the entire week, and she's responded to every challenge. I mean, 2 terrific scalps to get the 2 former World Cup winners. Now can she beat the World Bowler of the Year?
Oh, she'd be disappointed with that. That is a super shot. And in our game, it's a disappointing shot in the end because we think it's going to be a strike. Fabulous spare there by Cara Honeychurch in her 6th frame. Under pressure, even though she's in the lead in the game. And as you see, she'll clip across the 6-pin to the 8-pin, absolutely on the button.
Cara can have a big score in this final. No better way to build it up than a strike.
Yes, a strike on her 7th frame. So now she's had 6 strikes in 7 frames. And a score of 158 plus the bonuses after that strike. Sharlin 99 in the 5th and a strike coming in the 6th. She really needs to double up here.
She looks at times a bit demoralized. Having played so well all the week, in 48 games, played brilliantly. But then the wait out in the practice lanes where it was quite cold, and Honeychurch playing like this. Good strike, that will encourage her. She's trying to bolster her own confidence now.
Not only will it encourage her, it actually keeps her in the game. She really needed a strike there, gave it all the room she required, and doubled up.
Power and pace on that without any, look at that sad face. Almost the face of resignation, isn't it? It's just not going for her. And this is something we always talk about, whether it's better to be at the top of the qualifiers and waiting for everyone to come through to you, or whether it's better to be bowling all the time. Just let's see her out this one, and then you can tell us. Very good spare.
Very good spare indeed. It's the washout, the 1, 2, 4, 10. And you see clipping it off the side wall and back onto the 10 pin. The spare will come in handy, but I think she's really under pressure now from Cara. Cara's skill factor is absolutely incredible. 17 strikes before she came into this game, and already after 7 frames she's 6 more, and now her 8th frame.
Cara Honeychurch, 24-year-old, she's in banking from Melbourne. Watch.
As we say in the game, she's zoned in, absolutely in the pocket once again, and it becomes so easy to her now. Watch this, right in between the 1 and the 2 pin, nothing left.
This doesn't come by accident, of course. It isn't a one-off good day. It's talent plus practice. Practice plus talent. Keep on repeating it, and you'll do this.
Once again, a strike for Cara, and that's her 9th frame. And if she actually does strike it out in the 10th frame, she could make a 278 game. What a game in a final. But now it's up to Sharlin. I think it really at this stage is only for pride. She's over 50 pins down on Cara Honeychurch. Nearly getting it back there perfectly into the pocket. It just hooked a little bit too much. Coming in heavy onto the pocket side, and the 4 pin remaining in her 9th frame. She gives it everything, but just a little bit heavy, and fails to kick out the 4 pin.
That's her spare. But she no doubt is demoralized. Her head is down. Look at that lazy walk back to the ball return, as if there were lead in her shoes.
And a quick word with our coach, and a marvellous coach he is, Sid Allen. He's done wonders for Malaysian bowling. And even though Sharlin is well down, she's going to give it everything in her 10th frame. This is her first shot in that frame.
And just to emphasize again that she's only 18 years old. So what a future she's got. Well, whatever Sid Allen, the coach, said, she certainly heeded it.
Yeah, probably our best shot of the game. On the 10th frame, again, she's relaxed. She knows she is going to be beaten, but she wants to score the best she can possibly do. Leaving the 2 pin there for Sharlin.
So she has one more shot left in the World Cup final of 1996. If she gets it, and she should, and she does, to finish with a game of 204. And now it's all about Cara Honeychurch. If she strikes it out, she can have a game of 278. which would be marvelously high for a World Cup final. No, it's 9, so she can spare this. She's not going to have the 278, she's going to be in the 250s now. Picks off the 7 pin. Cara Honeychurch came all the way from Australia. One last ball to go.
And what a time to leave the Big Four. Our final frame in the 32nd Bowling World Cup Ladies Division. Champion, Cara Honeychurch from Australia. Cara's 3-game series in the final, a new personal best, 761.
For Cara Honeychurch, a day to remember forever. Sharlin, no match for the Australian today, but no disgrace to finish second in the World Cup at 18.
All of us are quite at the same level, so who bowls well on that day will win. So today is her day, so maybe the next is mine.
I have been bowling my entire life to win this tournament. Ever since when I very first started bowling, Jeanette Baker had won 2 World Cups in a row, and I was about 11 years of age, and I said that's where I want to be one day. I really want to win the World Cup.
So it's a dream come true?
Absolutely. I have just bowled my whole life to win this one tournament.
Here they are, the top 8 World Cup women bowlers in the world. No prize money for Cara Honeychurch of Australia, but dozens of invitations to travel the world as a champion. As she goes off with her trophy, we look forward to the men's final. Drew Hyland of the USA going head-to-head with great Pang Nepomuceno from